Hey there, everyone. I'm on the recruiting trail with Marshall's very own Kenny Seymour. Kenny, how's it going?
It's going good. How about yourself?
I'm great, thank you. So big news for you and big congratulations. You are going to Rice University to play football and finish your career and keep going in your career with the Owls. What made Rice the place that you wanted to attend and you wanted to further your college career at?
Well, this actually all started back in January. This was, I think, their day. I went to their junior day, and I was there just about all day. And then Coach Bloomgren offered me like full scholarship, and that moment I broke down crying. It was like my first ever scholarship. It was a huge relief. So Coach Bloomgren had actually told me to check out other schools first before even thinking about committing, which was actually what I did. I waited for a couple more offers to reel in, and then as things went on, I realized that there was no other coaching staff or any value that Rice had that the other colleges like really didn't have. That's how I really narrowed down my decision to just become an Owl.
That's kind of cool too. I as somebody who got recruited myself and played college sports, you don't really hear of a lot of coaches who tell you, hey, you know what? Think about this. I want you to take time for yourself and really decide if this is where you want to be. So that seems like a really healthy situation to be a part of and to have as your first offer. But what about Rice was the most enticing? I mean, we all know you're a great football player. So what were some of the things that coaching staff and that program showed you that you believed that was where your home was supposed to be?
Well, it was really just how much the coaches really like just wanted to stay in touch with me, just learning how their defense operated. I mean, along with the fantastic degree, but it was a culmination of that and being able to play that high level football at the same time.
Well, I know I've told you this, so my grandpa always said Rice is the Harvard of the South. So, we talked about academics. You obviously are extremely intelligent. So what about the Rice academics do you know what you're going to be pursuing in college, and how were academics important to you in that decision?
It actually played a huge decision. Whenever I do get to Rice, I do want to pursue something in business. So I do plan to major in economics and minor in business. And then once that is done, I want to pursue venture capitalism.
I like it. That's awesome. So, Kenny, we get to see you on the football field. You are a phenomenal football player. We do know that. But who is Kenny off the field? Give us some insight into the man that you are.
I would say I'm I'm a pretty introverted guy. I mean, most of my time I spend normally watching YouTube or just watching anime really, or honestly just going to train and just improve on myself as a person. Also enjoy reading a bunch of informational books so I can learn a lot more.
Well, one day you and I will have to nerd out. It is a very well kept secret that I love anime. Very few people know that. Now all of Inside High School Sports knows it too. So I find it super cool that your generation has really taken on the fact that anime is really awesome. So I appreciate that. So wait, what's your favorite all-time anime? Now we're gonna really get into this.
Well, as of right now, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is my favorite. Okay. But right now I'm in the middle of One Piece. So once I actually do catch up, it's probably gonna take Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
I like it. Okay. So, when did you decide, or when did you know that football was going to be something that you would pursue farther than, just playing in high school or playing Pee Wee or whatever it is? Like, when was it known, and when were you really determined that, football you were going to keep continuing?
I honestly couldn't like just pinpoint an exact date. It just one day I was just playing, and I just realized like I really wanted to do this for like almost for as long as I could, really.
I mean, those people who are Rice faithful, they kind of know who you are. You're from Houston. You're not going too far away from home. But for those who don't know you, can you talk about the kind of player that you are and what you'll be bringing to the Rice program?
What I will be bringing to Rice is Obviously a hard work ethic. Also want to bring probably a sense of leadership and just like trying to uplift people around me, the class that I'm coming in with, and we're all just going to try and go bowling, just like Coach Vestal said.
I love it. Kenny, we'll talk a little bit about your high school career. You are a part of a great program down in Houston in that Fort Bend Marshall Buffaloes team. Can you talk about what it's been like to be a part of the Buffs and, getting to spend your high school career with such an accomplished program?
It's been an amazing journey. Just like getting accustomed to their culture, like working out with the teammates that I've just like grown like such a strong bond with. It's been surreal, honestly. I couldn't like be any happier to like play with the teammates that I played with. They've helped me become a better player, and I hope I've inspired them to do great things outside of football.
And what's been your favorite high school moment?
Honestly, my favorite high school moment would be my junior year when we won the state semifinals, and everyone just knew that like we were gonna go to Dallas to play for a state championship.
Well, it wasn't your first time going to Dallas either. Second time, which is pretty cool. Not a lot of teams can say that they do that. You and I kind of had a conversation about this earlier in the week, but what makes Buff football different?
We're just a bunch of guys that get after it, just day in and day out. We just grind. That's really what Marshall football has always been about, and our success reflects that.
And Kenny, I got a couple more questions for you, then I'll let you go. Sorry, my dog's just running around. She owns the house. What do you want your legacy to be as you move on to those next steps? What do you want your legacy at Marshall to have been?
My legacy at Marshall, I want to like leave a mark that inspires people who go through that school to just do things that are just beyond football or whatever their dreams are going to be. I want them to just dream bigger. There's a lot of people saying that the sky is the limit, but I don't believe that at all.
I could not agree more with you on that one. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there. So for somebody, if they were coming to you and asking for your advice, what would your advice be for them? And what would you tell somebody who looks up to you or is aspiring to be, where you are one day?
I would tell them that whatever they're doing, I want them to keep chopping. Just don't let anybody just to try and deter them from whatever they want to do. If their dreams are not scaring them, they're not big enough.
Awesome, Kenny. Well, thank you so much for your time and joining us on the Recruiting Trail.
Thank you.